Thank you for watching KTN and welcome back. We continue with the coverage of the fire incident that happened in Utumishi Senior School in Gilgil, Nakuru County. And with that, let's just look at incidences of fire that have been reported in the country until today. And we start with the incident today where 16 children have died in Utumishi Girls High School, where 16 children have died. Multiple others are injured as fire broke out while students were asleep. Now, the cause of fire, we still don't know. It is under investigation. From there, we go to Hillside Edarasha Academy, which happened in September of 2024. That is in Nyeri County, where Inferno tore through a wooden dormitory, which had 156 boys. Now, fatalities that we talk about are 21, and cause of the fire still undergoing investigation. Now, from there, we go to Moi Girls School, which happened in 2017. This is Moi Girls High School, Nairobi, and 10 students lost their lives, and a 14-year-old student was convicted of manslaughter. Now, she was sentenced to 5 years in prison, and cause of that fire was arson by the student. Now, Asubi Girls Boarding Primary School in 2012, and here location is in Homa Bay County, where 8 pupils died due to an electrical fault. Now, cause of fire is electrical fault, and the saddest part is that the students were locked inside that building. Escape routes had been locked. Now, we go to Changuli Changuli Mixed Secondary School, which happened in 2001 as well. And in Changuli Girls High School, which is in Machakos County, it is the deadliest school fire in Kenyan history. We talk about 67 boys who died in that inferno, and cause of this accident as well was caused by an arson incident by a student. Now, we go to Nyeri High School in 1999, where 4 school prefects died, and cause of that incident was a targeted student arson attack against prefects in that school, which is in Nyeri County. Now, from there, we go to Bombolulu Girls School in 1998. Location of that is in Kwale County, where 26 female students died, and cause of that fire as well, again, is suspected arson attack. And St. Kizito Secondary School in 1991, location in Tigania, Meru County, and a violent riot and arson attack by male students. Now, 19 schoolgirls died in that attack. Dozens suffered horrific physical assaults, including cases of rape as well. And in that, cause of that incident was riot and arson attack. These are some of the worst incidents to be reported in Kenya with regard to fire in our schools. Gentlemen, it is not the first time. We've just gone through numerous incidents that have happened in the school, and one asks the question, when will we learn from the past to prevent future incidents? We talk about quality of buildings that have been set up, quality assurances, as well as just ensuring that even mental health of these children and teachers as well in school is good. Until when will we see this happen?
Yeah, as you say, you know, good people and smart people will learn from mistakes, past mistakes. When you have issues that has taken place before, like you have just mentioned, and I like your research, where in one school, just one incident, we lost 67 boys. That is in Kianguli. That was enough to help us sit down as a nation and ask ourselves, what is it that we are not doing right? Where do we need to fix, and what do we need to do? And the problem we have kept on saying in this country, we have many politicians, but we are lacking leaders. Because if you have a leader, leaders would think of such things. I've gotten this position. When you get into an office, let's say you're a Minister of Education, you should do a research like you have done, a quick research to see, okay, in this position I'm sitting, why am I here? What am I supposed to address in this ministry? Or even if you're a teacher, you move to a school, you need to get the history of that school and see what has been happening. So politicians will not do that, because politicians will get into office and they're thinking about the next election. They're not thinking of how to better people's life. But leaders will get there and say, in my tenure, I don't want to see what happened happen.
Yeah. Dismas, briefly, heads must roll. Because for a very long time, such incidents have happened and we're not seeing people take responsibility. Is it about time when the government, the leadership, teachers, parents, even students sat together and said, we cannot allow this to happen in our country ever again? Should this be the point where we say enough is enough?
If our history is anything to go by, the leaders gathered at Utumishi are going to issue multiple statements. They are going to say no stone will be left unturned. I mean, it's a statement that I can craft right now and send to those officers, because the statements are making, they are predictable. Now, this will come to an end if and only if heads roll, if there is a criminal responsibility, if people get fired and if people resign. But if people are not going to get fired, if nobody is going to resign, if there's nobody taking criminal responsibility, then it means we have not learned from the history of all those fires that you've read. Now, a good example is air crash investigations. Wherever there's an air crash, there's a thorough investigation, and the people say, never again. And that's how they improve the safety of the airlines. Now, for this one here, you've read about 10 incidents, but what, as a nation, have we learned? Is there anybody, as we speak right now, behind the bars, on account of errors of either omission or commission? We must ask very deep and troubling questions. Wherever there's a fire in a school like Utumishi, where does the buck stop? We need to know where the buck stops. And if we do not know where the buck stops, for us here we can talk till the cows come home, we will be groping in the dark, because nobody is going to take responsibility. Now, even the leaders you've seen there, and it's sad to say this thing wherever there is an accident like this, where you've lost 16 people. Majority of the statements are made to manage public expectations. Had it not been for social media, believe you me, some of these leaders would have not moved with speed.
Yeah.
So some of them are managing public expectations. But let's attempt to put on the shoes of a parent whose kid is dead. What does that parent expect from the national government? What do they expect from the county government? What do they expect from the principal? What do they expect from the PTA? What do they expect from the board of management? They don't want these press releases that you can now craft using AI. They want people to take responsibility. Now, even if you take responsibility, you're not going to bring back a life. Yes. But if you take responsibility today, then there's a probability that you're not going to have a similar incident in the future.
I want to thank you, gentlemen. Bishop Hudson Ndeda, who is the chair of the Church and Clergy Association of Kenya, and Dismas Mokua, who is a political risk analyst. Asanteni sana for your time. You've been here for quite a long time. Asanteni sana. We continue with the conversation.